How's it going, guys? My name's Wilson. With the 2019 NBA draft less than a month away, the New Orleans Pelicans will set their eyes on Zion Williamson, who's one of the most hyped and intriguing prospects in NBA history. Throughout the course of every NBA draft, there will always be a couple all-star players, a couple franchise players, a couple busts, and many average role players. This year's draft is seen as a three-player draft. With the number 4 pick a mystery, it will be very intriguing to see who the Lakers will select at 4. With that said, here are the 5 best players at each position in the 2019 NBA draft. Starting with the point guard position, number 5, Carsen out of Purdue. The 6-foot junior was one of the most spectacular players to watch this past NCAA tournament, has Steph Curry range, can score in a hurry, averaged an impressive 24.3 points per game, including 3 40-plus point games last season, 2 in the NCAA tournament, where he almost single-handedly beat Virginia, came up a tiny bit short in the Elite 8. He's also fearless on the break, has great end-to-end speed, where he's capable of scoring in transition, combined with his 6'6" wingspan, a very intriguing prospect who can contribute as a scorer off the bench. I anticipate Edwards to be picked anywhere from late first round to early second. Number 4, Jerome. The 21-year-old won a national title with Virginia, has excellent size at 6'5", a pass-first type player, averaged 13.6 points, 5.5 assists his junior season, a very quick decision maker, very capable of knocking down the 3, shot it at 40%, plays with toughness, especially on D, a very good ball handler who doesn't turn it over very often, very poised under pressure as we seen last NCAA tournament, makes his teammates better despite lacking speed and athleticism and not being as quick as other guards. His IQ, hustle, and poise mix up for it. I see the kid from New Rochelle being selected late first round. Number 3, Darius Garland. The 19-year-old freshman out of Vanderbilt could have played anywhere in the nation, but decided to play for coach Bryce Drew. Only played a total of 5 games before suffering a meniscus injury, ending his college basketball career, but averaged 16.2 points in 28 minutes. For a guy who possesses some of the best handles in the draft and has the ability to create his own shot, Garland will be one of the most intriguing lottery picks. If he doesn't get selected in the top 10, his knee injury will be the main reason why. Number 2, Coby White, who was a beast at UNC, has already proven he's NBA ready, has the dog and competitive fire in him, has great size at 6'4", 6'5", and lightning quick. White has an incredible scoring mentality and also an excellent passer, blows by defenders with ease. His style blends perfectly with today's NBA. It will be very interesting to see whether he or Darius Garland gets selected first. Number 1, Morant, who's pretty much a lock for the 2nd overall pick, where Memphis is a great spot for him. Running the team and rebuilding, the 6'3" sophomore was absolutely filthy, averaged 24.5 points, 10 assists, almost 6 rebounds on 50% shooting, had multiple triple-doubles last season, absolutely destroyed Marquette in the NCAA tournament, a dynamic athlete who has Russell Westbrook athleticism, makes his teammates better, has all the tools offensively, similar to De'Aaron Fox in terms of his quickness, who's shown a lot of leadership in his 2 years at Murray State. On to the shooting guard position. Number 5, Romeo Langford, the 6'6" freshman out of Indiana, has the nerve and confidence to say he feels like he's the best guy in the draft. That's the confidence I have, and I know what I'm capable of doing. He has the size at 6'6", 215 pounds. The 19-year-old is very aggressive going to the rim, blows past defenders with a near 7-foot wingspan, came off averaging 16.5 points, almost 5.5 rebounds, over 2 assists in 32 games with the Hoosiers, but didn't look fully engaged at times. Doesn't always play with the same intensity, struggles shooting from 3 at 27%, his defense is lazy at times, and has trouble going left, was ranked 5th in the 2018 ESPN Top 100, but underachieved in college where his team finished 8-12 in conference play. He should be a mid-first round pick, and I believe he will just be an average NBA player. Number 4, Nickeil Alexander-Walker. The 6'5" sophomore out of Virginia Tech averaged 16 points, over 4 rebounds, 4 assists, very polished as a scorer, deadly from long range, has a quick release, who can also play the point, understands when to attack the basket, pull up, or pass to a teammate. His jumper will likely make an immediate impact right away in the NBA, likely come off the bench. He'll be a guy many teams fall asleep on, and when he gets open, Alexander Walker will make you pay. Number 3, Kevin Porter Jr. The 19-year-old freshman out of USC came off averaging 9.5 points, 4 rebounds. At 6'5", 215 pounds, Porter's a strong isolation player, showing the ability to knock down step-back jumpers, very solid from 3, shot at over 41%, handles the ball exceptionally well with NBA-level athleticism, can explode and draw it down on guys, idolizes James Harden and has some of his skills, has all the tools to succeed in the NBA, even though it might take 2 years for him to make a name for himself in the big leagues. Number 2, Jarrett Culver. After an excellent second season at Texas Tech, almost leading his team to a national title, the 6'6" guard's a multi-dimensional scorer known for his brilliant footwork and hesitation moves. Combined with his high basketball IQ, he's more than capable of getting a bucket anytime he needs. Might go as high as 4th in the lottery. He also plays excellent defense, a plus in the NBA. Number 1, RJ Barrett, who's most likely headed to the Knicks. At 6'7", the lefty 2 guard averaged 22.6 points, 7.6 rebounds, 4.3 assists his freshman season, has the potential to become a franchise player, extremely polished as a scorer, very crafty finishing in transition, a great knockdown shooter, and able to switch multiple positions on defense with quick feet. Barrett has superstar potential written all over him. On to the small forwards. Number 5, KZ Apala. At 6'9", with a 7'2" wingspan, the 20-year-old sophomore shot 37% from 3, a huge improvement from 22% as a freshman, put up almost 17.6 rebounds, moves well without the ball, very athletic, but will need to work on his defense. Number 4, Keldon Johnson. The 6'6" freshman out of Kentucky is one of the best athletes in the draft, was 7 in the ESPN's top 100, does a lot of the scrappy, dirty work, plays with motor, runs the floor, excels above the rim, and projected as a 3-and-D guy to start his NBA career as a mid to late first round pick. Number 3, Nassir Little. At 6'6", 220 pounds, he's not little at all. Ranked 6th in the high school ESPN Top 100, the 19-year-old freshman out of UNC is a high-energy type guy who's very explosive with a quick first step, who have plenty of monster dunks. Similar to a Gerald Wallace caliber athlete, Little will create baskets through his aggressive play, not afraid to bang with the bigs down low, but lack consistency as a freshman, has a long way to go. Number 2, Cam Reddish, who's the most confusing prospect. At 6'8", Cam was ranked 3rd coming out of high school and quickly became the 3rd option for Duke. Many times he looked like an average role player on the court, was inconsistent with Duke, might not even be a top 10 pick, but a very deadly 3-point shooter, a perfect complement for today's NBA, and has shown glimpses of his defense with an incredible 8'10" standing reach. Reddish has insane two-way potential, but remains a huge mystery. Number 1, DeAndre Hunter. The 6'7" sophomore out of Virginia can play multiple positions on both ends of the floor, doesn't take any possessions off, and plays under control. Has an excellent feel for the game with one of the best mid-range jumpers, capable of creating off the dribble, isn't great at any one particular thing, but does a little bit of everything. The power forward position. Number 5, PJ Washington. The 6'8", 230-pound sophomore out of Kentucky bullies smaller players in the paint, plays stronger than his size, can withstand the physicality of the NBA, has a nice jump hook and a solid mid-range game, very mature as a leader for the Wildcat squad that just fell short of the Final Four, will likely be a late first round pick. Number 4, Brandon Clarke. The 22-year-old out of Gonzaga was extremely effective down low and shot an efficient 69% from the field on 10 shot attempts, put up nearly 17 points, over 8.5 boards, has excellent hands and a nice touch around the basket, brings plenty of energy, a very good shot blocker who was very underappreciated. But many scouts question whether he can improve offensively. Clarke will likely be a late first round pick as well. Number 3, Sekou Doumbouya. The 18-year-old out of France is one of the most intriguing international prospects. Has great size at 6'9", with a 6'11" wingspan, is a fluid athlete with long strides after playing lots of soccer growing up. He also doesn't shy away from contact on either ends, finishes strong at the rim, and a great weak side shot blocker. Number 2, Rui Hachimura. At 6'8", 235 pounds, the Japan native has a versatile skill set, very team-oriented with an excellent mid-range jumper, runs the floor, and finishes on the break, averaged close to 20 points a game his junior season with Gonzaga, plays very fundamental, but undersized for his position. The Timberwolves, who has the 11th pick this coming draft, has shown interest in Hachimura. Number 1, Zion Williamson. Not even a question, one of the most unique prospects to ever come out the NBA. At 6'7", 285 pounds, with his insane dunks, Zion has all the strength, skills, and hype in the world. It's pretty much guaranteed at this point he'll be the number 1 pick. The center position. Number 5, Naz Reid out of LSU. Stands at 6'10", with a 7'3" wingspan, was ferocious around the basket, put up 13 and 7. A very good ball handler and passer for his size. At 255 pounds, he's considered a boom or bust, with many scouts not sold on his toughness and dedication to the game. Number 4, Goga from the Republic of Georgia. The 6'11" big man can bang in the post, has a nice jump hook, who has the potential to become a stretch big in the future, draws comparison to Yusuf Nurkic. Number 3, Bol Bol. At 7'2", the son of great NBA center Manute Bol, a good outside shooter, moves well for his size, has the potential to be elite on both ends of the floor, uses pump fakes, capable of hitting floaters and runners. His durability and health raises a huge concern. Only played 9 games at the University of Oregon, averaged 21 points, almost 10 rebounds, converted 13 of 25 threes, has insane upside with injury concerns. Number 2, Bruno Fernando. The 6'10" big man out of the University of Maryland has great bounces and a solid touch as a big, does a lot of the little things, makes plays with the ball without having to focus any attention to it. At 240 pounds, the 20-year-old is considered undersized for a center, but has tons of room for growth. Number 1, Jaxson Hayes. The 6'11", 19-year-old freshman from the University of Texas averaged 10 points, 5 rebounds, over 2 blocks in only 24 minutes. He has all the physical tools, including a massive 7'4" wingspan, a defensive specialist. He's very similar to Jarrett Allen. At 220 pounds, he'll eventually get bigger by hitting the weight room. Doesn't have much of an outside game, gets most of his baskets on dunks and putbacks, comes from a very athletic family. His father played 12 seasons in the NFL as a tight end. Thank you so much for watching this video. Outside of Zion, Ja Morant, and RJ, which other players do you guys like in the 2019 NBA draft? Let me know in the comments below. I talk NBA comparisons, amazing storylines, NBA history, and anything basketball that will interest you. If you love the NBA, subscribe for more content, more great stuff coming soon. I love all of you. See you next time.